There are many different ways we can choose to divide this autumn joy sedum. We can either dig up the plant and then divide the root ball, or we can split the root ball while it's still in the ground and then dig up the pieces. Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be transplanting that sedum autumn joy that you see in the background. I need to redo this bed right here and I have to take the plant out. Plus it has really gotten so big and it's flopping, and it just calls for me to take it out and divide it and plant it somewhere else. So let's take a look. The sedum really is a very decorative and low maintenance plant. This one right here has looked so beautiful the entire summer and has been home to many pollinators here in the backyard. But for many reasons, it has gotten so big and it's now flopping. So I'm going to be removing the plant today and dividing it and freeing up this space here. And later on I'll be planting it over there in that area right there. If you're new to the channel, my name is Jermaine and I'm based in Switzerland. Please remember to subscribe, like, and comment. So there are many different ways we can choose to divide the sedum. I can either dig it up first from the ground, or I can divide it first. I can also choose to cut off the stems first before dividing it, or I can cut off the stems after I have pulled it out of the ground. Either way, it's going to come out, and I'm also going to cut off the stems because, as you can see, the stems are pretty brown at this time of the year. They look, the whole plant is dying back, and if left to itself, the stems are just going to turn brown and then fall off. So what I'm going to do now is to start digging up the plant. I will dig around the entire plant, and then I'll do the split in the middle. So when digging, I need to make sure that I give enough distance between the root ball and where I'm digging, because we want to keep the root ball intact and not have it damaged while we are digging and splitting up the plant. So as I was saying, the important thing is to really maintain the root ball, to take enough dirt out of the ground such that the roots are not completely bare. So these little parts right here, this is where the next stems are going to come out of. These old stems right here, they're all going to die back and fall off. And then the new stems will be these ones right here. And that's what we want to preserve by digging out the plant with the root ball together, just intact as much as possible. So I think we have it here. So as you can see, out of that one plant, I've managed to make quite a few. And if I wanted it, I could also still divide this one and make two plants out of it. But for now, I'm going to leave it as it is. Ultimately, this size right here will be a good size to transplant. This will make a good new plant. All right, so I've removed everything. I'm going to go ahead and put it inside the wheelbarrow, and then we'll go transplanting. As I said, it's very important to maintain the root ball. This helps the plant to better establish. When you maintain a good root ball, it helps the plant to better establish in the new position. And this one is full with buds right here. This one has so many new shoots, as you can see. So this is a good specimen to transplant. All right, moving on to the other side now. So over here I have that airplane again. It's like the day when I choose to shoot my videos is when the airplane is also practicing. Well, anyways, but over here is as you can see, I already have a few here. This is one that I might have to divide, and you can also see that here you have new buds, new shoots that are coming out of the ground, and here as well And these ones I've already pruned them back, but you have new buds coming out of the ground already. So this hose right here, this is where I used to have the hydrangeas. I'm going to be using the same holes. There's no need to dig somewhere else. Let's start with this one right here. Look at all those new shoots right there. Those are the new stems for next season. And I'm just going to carry the plant and put it right here. Again, these are really very much easygoing plants. And I'm going to spread some compost around that. So I now have all the plants in. I'm just going to go around and put compost around them. I do have a volunteer chestnut tree in the way here, and I'm going to remove that. Again, when putting the compost around the plant, it's important not to cover the new shoots, to be very careful to leave them exposed. While I'm doing this, I'm being careful not to bury the new shoots under the ground, and I'm not going to be adding any fertilizer. Just some rich compost would do for these plants. All right, that's it really. So that's the stem of a sedum, and right there, that little shoot right here, that will be a new plant next year. And this one right here is going to die back. This one, the little shoot here, is going to grow all the way up and become the new stem that will be bearing the blooms. All right, let's get back to it. Again, when adding the compost, I've made sure that I preserve the shoots. Like I'm not going to be covering them under the ground. So it's important that the little shoots here, that they don't get buried under the ground, because these are going to be the new stems for next year's bloom. So now that I've put the compost around the new plants, or around the plants, I'm going to go ahead and prune and cut off the stems. That is very important, so that the plant can start focusing its energy on establishing the root and preparing to go dormant. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut off the stems. All right. So you can see that I've cut back all the stems from the sedum. And all that is left to do now is really to just water it, to give it a good soak. And then that's it. Just clean up the area and we're good to go. So you can see that with the spacing, I've left like half a meter to 80 centimeters between the plants. But the sedum is one of those plants that grows really large. So next year is going to look fantastic. It's going to build a nice hedge here. And then 2 years or 3 years down the road, we might have to come back again and divide some of these plants. But I'm pretty happy with how it's looking right now, and I can't wait to see how the plants start growing in spring and filling up this space. So that was it. Hope you found this video interesting. Do subscribe if you haven't done so already. Like and comment. So that was it. I hope you got an idea of what the process looks like. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in our next video. Bye bye.